Well, so I was going to a wedding in Chile. Friends of mine their daughter was getting married in Chile, so I planned to go down to fly from Miami. And so I checked into the Colony. To make a long story short, I had rosé at lunch with my girlfriend. We split a bottle of Whispering Angel, which is normal. And then there were some people there that were fans, so they sent me more rosé. So I drank more than I usually would. Then we went to Julie's, and on the way, we stop and have not one martini, but two. So by the time I get back to the Colony, I was pretty sloshed. And then, I don't know, I got to tell you, Dr. Oz, it's not something that that's kind of a regular kind of thing, you know what I mean? In terms of the drinking path that I was on. So I almost think that somebody slipped me something because I don't remember a thing after that. I really don't. A lot of what I know is recounted to me because I was with a male friend of mine who I was dating before I met Tom, and he hadn't been drinking, and he told me exactly what happened. So apparently I was being loud in the jazz club. They asked me to leave. So I go, okay, fine. And I go up to my room, and Julie's with me as well. So Julie stays at the bar, gives me privacy. There's a knock at the door. It's security. You're in the wrong room.
Are you by yourself in the room?
No, I'm with the gentleman. You're in the wrong room. I said, no, I'm not. This is my room. And so the guy goes, is this your room? And I said, yeah, of course it's my room. He goes, is that your BlackBerry? I said, of course it's my BlackBerry. I don't own a BlackBerry.
Oh.
That was really a mess. So anyway, so now the security is telling me I have to leave, and I said, no, it's my room. I was adamant that it was my room. Don't ask me why, but I was. And so they called the police. So then he got nervous. He got very nervous for me. He went down to get Julie. And by the time he got back, I was in handcuffs. It's just the craziest thing. If one thing, it was like the perfect storm. If one thing had gone differently, it probably would not have happened to me. But we'll get to that, but I'm glad it did because it was a major wake-up call for me.
So you were charged with battery on an officer.
Yeah.
Disorderly, you acknowledge
Disorderly,
that.
that's for sure.
Intoxication.
Totally.
Resisting arrest.
To it. Yes. It's all true. It's ridiculous, but it's true. And I feel so terrible because it's so not me. You know, I've been on the show for 10 years. Dr. Oz, you know me. You see me socially. I mean, I took a tumble in Mexico. I was happy. Yeah. I took a tumble on tequila. But yeah, it's not me. You know, I'm a nurse. I did a fundraiser for the Red Cross. I just can't believe it. But, you know, it was a major wake-up call for me that I was in a position where I treated someone like a police officer who I have the utmost respect for, you know, that way. It's just, I'm beside myself. I'm horrified. I'm embarrassed. I'm, you know, ashamed. You know, it was to, you know, be thrown in jail was just the most horrifying thing that's ever happened to me. And you know, to be totally out of control like that and not be able to hand yourself, that's when I said, you know what, I need to go to rehab and take care of myself. And I just had, for me personally, I had no choice. It was like, you know what, you're doing this. I knew I was on a highway to hell. Yeah. I knew I was. And I even say it on the show. I'm talking to Bethany in a scene, and I said, you know, I think I need to go to a spa. And she was talking to me about going to a spa, and it comes up, and because, you know, I was just drinking too much. And I was using it really to self-medicate and not really looking or dealing with my emotions.
So let's talk about this a little bit. So this is your Twitter apology. This is the first time in Palm Beach since my wedding, and being here brought up long-buried emotions. I want to offer my sincere apologies to anyone I may have offended with my behavior. I'm committed to a transformative and hopeful 2018. First of all, it's very self-aware. I must commend you that you wrote this Twitter post, because most people won't acknowledge long-buried emotions as a root cause of a problem.
Yes.
Yours weren't even buried that long.
Well, I had a lot of burials. I mean, you know, my first marriage was a killer for me. I checked into Deepak Chopra for 2 weeks after the end of my first marriage, which was devastating for me. Devastating. Never got over that, really. And then what else? There was a car accident. I tumbled down a mountainside with the 2 children in the car in Switzerland, and I thought I killed myself and my children. I really did. I thought I was going to be dead. It was really rough. think I need a Kleenex now. And then,
That's the best I can do.
you're such a gentleman. and then I think, you know, this last thing just did it for me. I cracked. I just cracked. I don't know what happened. I just cracked. And, but it's all good now.
I want to thank you for being honest, because the biggest lies we tell are the ones we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can get it all out is a big first step.
Yeah. It's big.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.